inside the back cover. You don't see this very often. Look at that. Full circuit. And layout. Here we go. We're going to fire this thing up. Okay, got me variac, dim bulb. So let's see what happens here. Okay, we're taking the variac, 100 volts. Let's flick our dim bulb on. We have power. We have a bit of brightness. Don't know whether she's going to dim off or not. Not much dimming there at the moment. Okay, so obviously the set is turned on. Let's have a look around here. Off. On. Okay. I'm assuming it's on with the dim bulb. I can't see any filaments. I can't see any sign of life. But then again, only on, come on, 12 watts. Let's go to 140. Drawing 20 watts. Can't see any filaments happening. Okay, let's go to this bulb, which is 100 watts. Fairly bright. Fairly bright. Nothing happening yet. Should be. No filaments. We're drawing 43 watts. Okay. 160 volts. And our dim bulb is pretty well lit up. And nothing happening yet. But a very bright dim bulb. I would say that's drawing 50 watts. We should be seeing filaments at least. Okay, 180. And that's a fairly bright dim bulb. Still no sign of filaments. Okay, we'll back this fella off a bit to 100. We'll flick in both lamps. Okay, so go up to 140. We're on 60 watts, 70 watts. Very bright dim bulbs. No sign. Righto guys, well, so far, not successful. And dim bulbs, well, they're pretty bright. At the moment, we're on 78 watts, 163, 180, and they're bright. They're nice and bright. And still no sign of a filament. Righto, we'll pull out, we'll leave that for the moment and come back to him, and we'll get our meter and do some preliminary checks just to make sure we haven't got a shorted on-off switch, power cord, transformer. Okay, we'll leave this one. Right, now after a little bit of fiddling, have a look at this. Looked okay, other than the dog's chewed it or something. But if we move him around, yeah, we've got a problem there. That may be the TV, and that's the short. So yeah, let's put another plug on that, and then we'll start this exercise again. Okay, we've got a new plug on, and let's try this again. We'll start off on the low wattage bulb, and we've got a bit of a dim there. And we'll see if we've got any heaters coming on. Nothing yet. This lamp might be a bit low, so we'll switch over to the other one. That looks a bit nicer. We'll go up to 140. Lamp's still lighting, so there's a load there. We got any filaments? Nothing yet. No smoke. No filaments. 160. Still nothing. We're drawing 32 watts. We should be drawing heaps more than that. Okay, we'll go for both. We'll keep it at 160. Dim bulb, well, just see the little fella there. Not much action anywhere so far. We've got a heater. Nothing. Righto. We're drawing only 40 watts. Let's have a look at our on-off switch. And that definitely works. Turn him on, and we have dim bulb. So our power switch is working. 180 volts. 46 watts. no sign of life. Nothing. Let's see if the remote control goes up or down or... Nothing there. We don't have... We have the second bulb coming up. We've got 56 watts. Have we got heaters? We don't have any heaters. Yes, we must have. We have warmth. Okay, we're going to go up to 220. We'll put her at 230. We're drawing 88 watts. Fairly hefty dim bulb, but then again, that's only 140 watts on the dim bulbs. Let's see. Nothing in the sound department, so I don't think we've got any HT or anything like that. Nothing. Righto. We might have a look under the cover and see if there's a fuse in the HT line, or we've got a secondary fuse there, which is a 2 amp. The HT fuse, which is a 500 milliamp. So let's have a look at that. Although we are drawing a bit of current there, but we still have, I cannot see any filaments. Yes, I can. We've got a filament in there. And we have the 6CM5 filament. Let's try and get... There we go. There you go. We do have filaments. So, tranny's okay. Probably no HT at the moment, or maybe she needs a bit more oomph. But still think if we had a little bit of HT, we should have some sound happening here. And we do. We do have sound. Well, we must have HT. Okay. Right. Have we got any high tension? We have nothing. Absolutely nothing. We've got nothing there. Nothing on the CM5. No high tension to the 1S2. So we just might have caps reforming. We might give it another 20 minutes and see what develops. Okay guys, I've taken off the dim bulb on bypass on roughly 240 volts. We're now drawing 194 watts at 241 volts, and we have lots of heaters, we have noise. Okay, so don't do this at home, kids, whatever you do. Let's see, we got EHT here. Yep, there we go, that's the 1S2. Okay, we got nice healthy HT there, which means our transformer's okay. And well, the 6CM5, it's not red plating at the moment, but I dare say its coupling cap would be in an awful state. And let's have a look here. Here we go. Look at this. Now, we've got volume. And the flickering you see in your screen is sync with the phone. Actually, the picture looks very stable when I'm looking at it, but it's just the way the phone is recording it. So, yes, we've got no light displays here, and we've got nothing happening when we press this to change channels. So there is no way of changing channels at the moment. That doesn't turn. Oh yes, he does. I don't actually know what that does. Obviously fine tuning, but yeah, not that fella. Righto. The next port of call will be get the compressor and give him a clean out, and so I can sort of see what we're up against here. But as you can see, she's working. Haven't touched anything else yet. Our caps are cold, which is good. So maybe it took them a while to reform. I did leave it on for about 45 minutes. Our tube is alight. Not a real healthy tube, but good, certainly good enough for a picture. And yeah, if you wanted it for display, we could probably go up to around 7.5 volts on the heater, just for display, but of course that's going to shorten the life of the tube. We don't really want to do that. Righto guys, tomorrow's exercise, get a hold of the compressor and clean all the rubbish out of this thing. Okay, we'll leave it there. that's got him cleaned up a little bit. Looks a bit nicer in there with a little bit of a blowout of the dust and rubbish that was in there. Okay, so now I want to take the chassis out. As you've seen, I've had it sitting up. I want to take the whole chassis out. So we've disconnected the yoke. We've disconnected our HT from the picture tube. I've disconnected our speaker line, which actually on these goes in the side, down the bottom there. Okay, so, and of course, yeah, the socket off the tube. Now, the whole thing comes out with the tuner assembly. This appears to be not working anyway, so going to have to work out how this comes out. I see a big screw down in there, a couple in there. There's a couple way up in there. Yeah, there's one in there, and I think there's one over the other side. I'm not 100% sure, but then you look at this and this assembly, we've got these things, but I think this is only for timing by the look of it. Yes, this would be for timing for the switches for the rotary tuner. Okay, take this off. We do have one in here. So obviously there's a bracket on the back of the tuner assembly. But anyway, I thought you guys might like to follow along what I'm doing here. We'll have a look. I do have, I think this is in my manual book. I will have a look and see. It may have all the instructions on how to get this out quickly without removing a whole heap of things that I shouldn't. Just save a bit of time. Okay, so got to get this out, clean it all up, and I want to get out to work on the cabinet. All this has got to be cleaned out. So, and of course, working, checking caps, everything else. We know the basic system works. So, yeah, it's a matter of checking the filter caps, the grid caps to say the 6CM5 and the vertical sound. Yeah, so anyway, we'll attack this, see if we can get him out. Right, well, I'd say it's time to get the tuner out. Now, I'll give you a little bit closer picture on this. I'm not 100% sure as to how to get this out. So, the instructions in the book say there's two self-tap screws down the bottom of this unit. There isn't, but there's one here, and there's one up there, and there's one at the back here. So I'm guessing if we release all those, the whole thing comes out as one. Now, interesting, we've got 1, 2 and 3, 4 antennas, and only one is wired. Number 3 is wired, and you also have the old 300 ohm push plug in the bottom there, so that you can just push him straight on, as well as just the 2 thumb screws. These don't have thumb screws on them. They have never been soldered in, and well, the thumb screws are in the back. There they are there. How interesting. So you take them out and put them in this way, and you've got the thumb screws. Just for the different antennas, and obviously a remote control unit that can select different antennas. Now, we'll take this fella out and see what happens. I don't think we've got to take any knobs off. Not real sure. Doesn't say that in the book. I do have a manual on this, which I will share with you pretty soon. Go up here to the top fella, and be pretty tight. don't think there's any other screws in this other than these two and this bracket. Okay, so we've got bracket here with a screw in it, and that still seems fairly tight to me. Alright, we'll see what happens here. There's going to be another screw somewhere. Okay, he certainly doesn't want to come out. Right. Okay. How do we go about this? There has to be another screw somewhere. Seems to be held here in the middle somewhere. There is no other screw there. Yes, there is. There's a little screw in the centre. I don't know whether it's... I don't think that's holding him. It's probably holding something else. It'll fall away when we get it out. Oh, we'll pause this for a minute and do a little bit more reading. Well, upon investigation, we have a little Phillips there, and we have our fine tuning knob, which has a little screw in the middle of it. Now, it's not going to come out with that knob on it, that's for sure. Okay, that will help. And I think now I'll get myself a Phillips, take this off, and this plate may come out, which will probably reveal heaps more. Okay, there we go. And there's our lamps. Obviously this is how you change the lamps on this thing for your channels. This will be nice when this is all cleaned up. Now, if I release the other screw at the back, we'll see if she's going to come out now. I'm sorry about the audio with this, I'm just using a camera with an inbuilt mic, so you'll probably hear a garbage truck at all times. I'll pause this for a moment because he's going to make a lot of noise. Right, well, it's got rid of him. Okay, there we go. And we've got to loosen the ground lug up here. I like how the instructions don't tell you anything about things like this. Gee. Okay, there's a ground strap there that goes on to the ground of the CRT. Right, and this thing's fairly heavy actually. There we go. There's our tuner. Boy, that's a mess. As Peter told me, it's been in the shed for a lot of years, and yeah, certainly looks like it. Righto, well, what we've got to do is get this thing out of the cabinet. Now there's some way of holding this on the side of this to transport it. I can't see any way of doing, yes I can, it's around the other side here. Anyway, we'll reposition this thing a bit better so I can get the chassis out. Okay, it's out, thank goodness, and got to slide him out. This chassis is actually very heavy, so slide him down onto here, and then we can have a little bit of a better look at everything. There we go. Okay, now as I said, this is a Kriesler 79-5, and it's actually the A version, 79.5A. Okay, now we slid onto there. The tuner doesn't want to move, but all that's motorised. It's probably the gears and everything else. Lots of cleaning up here, but at least on a trolley I can actually move it around, give you guys a look. This is the front side of the chassis, which you don't really see before I took it out. Okay, so got a couple of big filter caps here. Obviously we'll have a look at them. There's a couple underneath. That's our EHT line that goes to our tube. Fancy looking little, that's, yeah, okay, that's the input for our remote control at the back here. We've got a 1S2 as a rectifier and a nifty little line transformer that that's actually working okay. So yeah, bit of dust, a lot of cleaning up with this, but probably more cleaning up with that beast up there, which we'll get to work on very shortly. Okay, well, we'll call this video quits until we get to the next segment. It shouldn't be that long. I should get onto it soon. Also got the Breville radio and a little record player that I've got to rewind, an audio transformer. So yeah, I've got to make a coil winder. If you guys know anything about making coils, welcome to comments. I don't know how or where I'm going to start this, but anyway, that's the job at hand. Okay, until next time, guys, if you like it, give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe. It really helps, and if we can push our numbers up, it'd be good. I'm looking forward to getting over 500. So and hit the bell so you'll be notified when my next video comes up. Okay then, until next time, guys, bye for now.